Hello students, this is Vitthal Anwat. Today we are going to discuss upon our soil geographies chapter number 3 is soil physics. And in this chapter we will be investigate the our subtopic soil structure. The soil structure means what? The soil conditions and the characteristics such as water movement, heat transfer, aerations and porosity are much influenced by the structure of the any soil. In fact, the important physical change imposed by farmer in plugging, cultivating, draining, liming and manuring his land are structural rather than the textural. Means such human beings activities are play important role to determine the soil structure. The definitions of this soil structure is like as the arrangement and organization of primary and secondary particles in a soil mass is known as soil structure. Soil texture is different than the soil structure. Soil texture is just the size of soil particles and structure means the arrangement of the soil textures. Means arrangement of the soil texture means first uppermost part of the earth means is related with the soil profiles like as small particles of the soils is lie into the uppermost part of the area. After that the gravels means the particle size has been rise whenever you goes towards the beneath of the earth surface. But sometimes its adverse effect has been found into the exceptional means the arrangement and the organization of primary and secondary particles in a soil mass is known as the soil structure. Soil structure controls the amount of water and air present in the soil. Means which type of the soil is present in this area. They control the water and air present in these types of the soil. Plant roots and germinating seeds require the sufficient air and oxygen for the respiration. Then bacterial activities also depend upon the supply of water and air in the soil, and these bacterial activities also depend upon the which type of the textures, and this textural arrangement has been observed into this area. So they are also play important roles into the soil structure. The types of soil structure, there are four principal forms of the soil structure. In that, first is plate like, or we can say it's a plating. In this type the aggregates are arranged in relatively thin horizontal plates or the leaflets. The horizontal axis or the dimension are larger than the vertical axis. When the units or layers is thick, they are called plating. When they are thin, then it is a laminar, means nothing else. Whenever the most of the textural arrangements of these particles is horizontally, that time we can say it's look like as a plates. The platish structure is most noticeable in the surface layers of the virgin soil but may be present in the subsoil. This type is inherited from the parent material, especially by the actions of water or the ice. means such type of the plenty or the platy types of the structure is totally controlled by the water. Not only the waters but the exogenetic forces like as winds, then glaciers, then sea waves also affect upon the that one. Then another one types of the soil structure is prism like. The vertical axis is more developed than the horizontal. That time we can say it's a prism. And giving a pillar like shape vary in a length from 1 to 10 centimeter. Commonly occur in subsoil horizons of the arid and semi-arid region. When the top are rounded, the structure is termed as a columnar. When the tops are flat, plain, level and clear cut, prismatic. Is nothing else. Whenever the vertical axis is more developed than the horizontal, and this are happen because of the once again the exogenetic means the water is a play important role to create a such type of these textures into this soil. Then the other types of the that particular soil structure is the block like. All three dimensions are about the same size. The aggregates have been reduced. The blocks irregularly 6 face with their 3 dimension more or less equal. When the face are flat and distinct and edge are sharp angular, this structure is named as a angular blocking. When the face and edges are mainly rounded in the called the angular blocking. Means the shape for the any particular most of the evidently clay materials or the pebbles cobbles they have the fine shapes, then the edges like as and the triangular edges, that time it's called as a block like. This type usually are confined to the subsoil and characteristics have much to do with soil drainage, aeration and root penetration. Then last is a spear like, or we can say here spheroidal types of the soil texture. All rounded aggregates beds may be placed in this category, not exceeding in inch in diameter, means they have the great diameters and they have the acquire most of the region horizontally as well as vertically also. Means these rounded types of the particles complex usually loose arranged and readily separated. When weighted, the intervening space generally are not closed so readily by the swelling as may be the case with the blocky structural conditions. Thank you. Thank you very much.